the most powerful empire in human history could vanish in less than 100 years. This is not a myth. This is the true story of Rome at its peak. The Roman Empire controlled over 5 million square kilometers of land. From the cold shores of Britain to the burning deserts of North Africa, 70 million people lived under one flag, one emperor, one rule. But empires don't last forever, and Rome was no exception. It all began in a small village on the banks of the Tiber River, 753 BC, 7 hills, 1 dream. Rome started as nothing, a tiny settlement surrounded by enemies, but the Romans had something others didn't: discipline, ambition, and an unstoppable army within 500 years. They had conquered all of Italy. Within 700 years, they ruled the entire Mediterranean. Kings feared them. Nations surrendered without a fight. The Roman army was the most advanced military machine the ancient world had ever seen. Under Emperor Augustus, Rome entered its golden age. Roads stretched across continents, aqueducts brought fresh water to millions, the Colosseum rose. From the ground like a monument to power, Rome wasn't just an empire, it was a civilization. Art, law, architecture, language, everything we know about the modern world has Rome's fingerprints on it, for 200 years. The empire knew nothing but prosperity. This period was called the Pax Romana, the Roman peace. But beneath the golden surface, cracks were forming. Corrupt emperors drained the treasury. Nero burned his own city. Caligula declared himself a god. The military stretched too thin across too many borders. Barbarian tribes began pushing from the north, and then came something no army could fight: the Antonini Plague. 5 million people dead in less than 20 years. The empire was bleeding from the inside. By 376 AD, the Visigoths crossed the Danube River. Rome let them in, a mistake that would cost everything. Within decades, barbarian armies roamed freely inside Roman territory. And for 10 AD, the unthinkable happened. Rome, the eternal city, was sacked for the first time in 800 years. The world held its breath, and on September 4th, for 76 AD, the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was overthrown by a barbarian chieftain named Odoacer. Just like that, the greatest empire the world had ever known was gone. Rome didn't fall in a single day. It collapsed slowly through corruption, greed, overexpansion, and ignorance. Sound familiar? Every great kingdom carries within it the seeds of its own destruction. This was Rome. This was the first ruined kingdom. Subscribe, because next week, another empire falls.